Okay, I thought I'd come at you and give you a little Hyrox update. Just got back in from Miami Beach, Florida. First ever Hyrox event on U.S. soil. Went very well. I'll put it that way. We had a ton of Spartan athletes show up, high-level Spartan athletes show up. Hunter McIntyre, Isaiah Vidal, Ryan Kemp, Matt Kempson, Cole Schwartz, Jack Bauer, Dylan Miraglia, Derek Yorick, Bracken Crocker, and I know I'm forgetting a few there. You had Faye Stinning and Corinna Coffin on the female side. You had Lauren Weeks come in, a girl that I have a chance to work with. She took 4th at TMX last year. She took 2nd yesterday. The female podium was Imka Solander, Lauren Weeks, and Faye Stinning. The men's side, we had Hunter McIntyre, Isaiah Vidal, Lucas Storath, Ryan Kent in 4th, Matt Kempson in 5th, Cole Schwartz in 6th. I can't remember 7th. I think Jack Bauer 7th or 8th. But long story short, most of the Spartan athletes that came, a couple things happened. One, they did well, but 2, it was an eye-opener. They now have mad respect for the 2 German athletes that, I'll be honest, I think we all thought, including me, that we would beat them. Hunter and Isaiah pulled it off on the men's side, and Imka took it for the women. I think it's one of those events that's so... It is very non-subjective in black and white. And here's the workouts. You run 1,000 meters, you move into the fitness zone, you do a fitness station, and you repeat that times 8. And the only thing that changes is the fitness station changes. So you have 8 different fitness stations. Let me tell you, the Hyrox folks put on an epic event. The first thing you notice when you walk in is it's just grand looking. I mean, it's a beautiful setup. Just down to the meticulous detail, the lighting, just the beautiful setup of the fitness stations, very nice equipment. Had a little bit of issue with the carpet. They went with a new carpet on the sled push and sled pull, and it definitely caused, it blew up the field more than it should have. Long story short, the shoes with better traction definitely played a role. Corinna Coffin had the slowest sled push time on the day on the female side, and that's definitely, she was one of the bigger, stronger athletes there, and she just didn't have traction. I was right there behind her watching, and she just didn't have good traction. You could see her feet kind of slipping, and some of the guys, same thing. So you had some of the guys that you would have never expected to have the best sled push, had the best sled push, and vice versa. So, and they're going to clean that up a little bit. They're probably going to change the surface there. But, I mean, if I was being very critical, there's almost no other, you'd be very hard-pressed to find anything to pick on them about for their very first event. They've been around for about a year and change. 9 events over in Germany so far. World Championships was in early this year. There's 4 events coming up in Texas after this Miami event. We have New York, Dallas, Chicago, and LAX. I'm not 100% sure I got those in order. So at least 4, maybe 5 before the next World Championships, which will be in Germany in April. I've been able to do a lot of work with the Germans, the German team at Hyrox behind the scenes. We're doing some collaboration with Spartan. You may have seen that Spartan kind of teased the event on social media a couple days ago, calling it the Spartan Invasion. That invasion went pretty well. Hunter, Isaiah, and Faye found themselves on the podium, and Ryan and Matt and others were out there in the top 5, and Corinna. So that Spartan fitness, and we also saw that CrossFit fitness. You know, Lauren's pretty much a pure CrossFitter. Some of the Spartans are pretty much pure Spartans. And then you have athletes like Hunter, Isaiah, and Corinna, who are a nice hybrid mix of very high-level Spartan history and CrossFit history, showing some success there. So great. I mean, the athletes, again, it was the visual. You see those cyborg-looking athletes for the most part. You know, you can't fake 5 miles of running. 8,000 meters plus the transitions, you're almost 9,000 meters running. You can't fake that 5+ miles of running. And the fitness stations, there's some areas where it's heavy enough where you cannot fake that. If you're a pure runner and you don't work the strength, you're going to be exposed and soul crushed. So I think there's a lot of athletes out there in the CrossFit world and the Spartan world that weren't there yesterday. They're going to have a strong level of success. So I hope to see y'all at the one of the upcoming races here on U.S. soil. And there's 2 divisions. There's a men's and women's pro division, and then a men's and women's division. It's basically like the Spartan Open division, or basically where sled push, sled pull, farmer's carry, weighted lunges, and the wall ball is scaled down a little bit for the weight. the ski erg, rowing, and a burpee broad jump, those are the standards are the exact same there. So I interviewed some people. The open category people loved the event, the concept. Obviously, almost nobody there had ever done it before, except a few of the Germans that came over. The pro athletes really loved it. 2 critiques were the carpet, of course, and Hyrox actually forgot to mark their pro wave on the 1,000-meter run. So it was a little bit of bobbing and weaving. The throughput, it's actually pretty impressive how many people they're able to get through. The stations never felt congested at all. And they say they can push up to 3,000 in a day. And when the demand is there, they could easily crank up on a Sunday. But the difference is, with so much other functional fitness that's out there, is it's, like I said, you know exactly what to go to the gym and work on. You do a race, you're like, oh man, I crushed 6 of those events, fitness stations, but 2 of them kicked my butt. You got to go to work on those 2. And most people will say, I need to go to work on my running. You have people like Faye. It's like, my running's strong, I got to maintain my running, and I need to go work on my fitness stations. Vice on the other side, Isaiah, you know, my functional fitness stations, I did really good. I need to continue improving my running. It's just really black and white. So I love that. All things thumbs up, you know, fist bumps to Hyrox on a great event. Just wanted to come at you guys and give you a little input on it. Hope to see you at a race. I'll tell you, man, it was, you know, I normally go mental conditioning here, and this is just more of an informative Hyrox video, but I will go a little mental conditioning. It was amazing hanging out with the Germans. And I always say this, every time you get a chance to hang out with people from other cultures, you just, I don't know, it's kind of, we're all guilty of it. We find ourselves wanting, in most cases, we kind of open up a little more. We want to show them that, hey, we're gracious people. And I just, you know, I don't think there was anything non-genuine, but it just felt amazing. They are, I mean, they just opened up their arms to us. They had us out to dinner and drinks last night. We talked shop and in the future of Hyrox. And like I said, I'm doing some fun work with Spartan and Hyrox behind the scenes. Some cool stuff we're going to announce there. But, man, it was, they've got a great team. Let's put it that way. And, of course, they want to show up and do well here in the States. And they did that. But it was fun breaking bread with them and enjoying a cocktail and talking business with our friends from across the pond over in Germany. And so I hope to see you guys at a Hyrox event. Thank you for tuning in. Much love, all you rock stars. Get your run game on. Get your strength game on. Listen, Hyrox training is going to translate very, very well to things like that recent announcement from Spartan, the 2020 Stadion World Championship. Anybody that does good at a Hyrox event is going to do well to Stadion, and vice versa. A bunch of rockstar Stadion racers came in and did very well against the best that they could throw at us. Their world champion from earlier in the year, Lucas and Emka. So again, thank y'all for tuning in. Much love. If you have any more detailed questions about Hyrox, shoot me a private message. I'll get those answered. Y'all be good. Enjoy your week, everybody.